success. And beneath these piles I have drawn cards for each of these piles already. So pick your pile based on what you feel drawn towards. So maybe it's the picture here, or maybe it's the message of the card. And as usual, the readings are general in nature, so just take what resonates with you and leave out the rest. There may be a small message hidden in there for you, or the entire reading may be meant for you. So just listen to your heart and listen to your gut, okay? And now I will leave you alone with these cards for a while, so you can have a moment alone with them and you can decide which card or pile you would like to pick. Okay, so see you again very soon. So, hello everyone who chose pile number 1. We have a card called Rajas here. Let's put it to the side for now. And I picked cards for you from the Rider White tarot deck. So, the first cards that I pulled for you represent your life in general. So we have Ace of Wands, the Sun, and Queen of Swords here. So what these cards tell me that there is a successful new endeavor starting in your life. It may not be fully formed yet, but there's a lot of momentum behind it. A lot of power and warmth, fiery action, energy. It suits very well, with the card that marked the whole pile. But this whole kind of action-oriented, extroverted energy is balanced by the logical air element. Here, I'm just sensing a lot of excitement and movement in your life, but I feel like you are doing it from a kind of logical and smart place. Or if this doesn't resonate with you, it could mean just a lot of physical movement, maybe traveling or moving, or just a lot happening in your life. But I feel like you are being able to balance it with the help of this logical air energy here. Next, let's look at what your love life, or the cards that I pulled for your love life, tell me, okay? So we have the Seven of Swords, the Devil, and the Emperor. Very interesting and kind of, even tough cards when it comes to love. I feel like it's possible that you are ready to cut someone off from your life, or if you're not in a relationship or anything like that, maybe you are just letting go of unhealthy energies in your love life. Maybe it's time to start taking care of yourself, or you're hoping to reach that stage in your life, so you know that you have to do the work and you have to be strategic and leave these unhealthy energies, or addictions, even maybe things like possessiveness, jealousy, behind. Or if you attract people like that, it could be that you realize that you have to move away from these type of people. test. And then what we have are cards for your career. So that could be like, you know, your job, your business. You know, if you're in school, it could mean your education, or just in general your meaning in life. So the Nine of Cups here tells me that you could be fantasizing about a new career, or maybe like if you're happy with your career, like a new type of responsibility or a direction within that career. Maybe it could be another way to like live your life entirely, because you know this is like wish fulfillment card. So it's like what your heart desires, you know, that is what you are hoping for, and it is a lucky card. So I hope that that will happen to you in the month of March. Then we have these this is very kind of chaotic, conflicting energy. It could be like internal within your own head, like if there's a dream that you want to follow but you're not sure about it, you know, this, you know, discordant energy could be within yourself. But generally the wands are like extroverted action energy, so it, you know, for many of you it could actually mean maybe people in your life who don't agree with your career choices, or people in your workplace who are kind of argumentative. So there's this sort of like chaotic disharmony going on in your career in some sense. And then we have the King of Cups here. To me, this card is very emotionally fulfilling, balanced, diplomatic. So maybe like despite everything that is happening here with this Five of Wands energy, you still have, you know, you're still this balanced person. You're still able to follow your ideas, your dreams. I mean, you may be even bringing this sense of calm into your workplace, so you might be able to, whatever is going on in your workplace, you might be able to calm down this energy. Or if this is like, let's say your business and you're not really sure how to proceed from what you're hoping and dreaming of, you're very unsure how to proceed, but I feel like towards the end of the month at some point you will still like reach this point where you are, you know, happy and fulfilled. Like this dream here will come true at the end of the month. life in general, and next we'll look at love and career. But so what we have here in your, life in general sector, we have the Six of Cups. This is like King of Wands, and the Tower here. I feel like, and this is sort of similar to point number 1 as well, that you're kind of ready to say goodbye to something old in your life. And I don't mean that in a negative way, like what's been in your life before, I feel like it's been lovely and beautiful for you. Of course there might be some negative aspects to it as well, but I sense a lot of happiness here actually. And this is, this whatever we're talking about here, I feel like it is something that you actually feel quite confident in. So let's say that you've been working at a same place, you've had the same job for about 10 years, or it could be that you've had a lot of amazing experiences there, and you feel extremely confident in their career, but of course it doesn't mean that you'd always be happy there, that you wouldn't want to change something about your life. So I'm sensing that sort of energy. And then with the Tower here, we got this card in the last reading as well, or one of the piles did. But anyway, it's the Tower, but it's kind of a beautiful Tower card. Usually this card can be a bit intimidating, but this is just beautiful. It's about, like in like fall or autumn season, things are ending, like nature is kind of dying out, but from that destruction and death you get a lot of beautiful mushrooms, and I love the fall season, so I just love this card. It doesn't seem negative to me at all. I feel like there is a big change happening in your life, and it might mean letting go of a lot of old things in your life, but you're just ready to move on, and you're super confident and in the realm of the old, but you're also super confident in the realm of the new. Okay, so let's check out the other cards. So next we have cards for your love life. There's the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, beautiful, and Two of Pentacles. Again, from this card, I just get the sense of lovely new beginnings. Again, new beginnings. I feel like there is a possibility of an intense love affair with someone new, or meeting someone new through shared interests or a passion project. Of course, like if you're in a relationship right now, it could mean that you and your partner are just really going strong. So I'm just sensing a lot of like this lovely playful energy that you get when you first start dating someone, but also like a lot of this passion and love that you get when you are a couple that has stayed together for a long time. Of course, with the Two of Earth, it's a card of like having to balance your life, so I feel like everyday life makes itself known quite fast, like not necessarily in a negative way. It just means that like despite all this love, you still have to deal with like your work and maybe like your family, kids if you've got them. So you need to like make space for love in your life, but you also have to make feel like you are doing quite well in your career or in school, in your education, in your business, whatever. What you kind of like main meaning and purpose is behind making money in your life. But then there's some sort of like drama in your career, like maybe there are missed opportunities and there's like healing needed. There could be disagreements between people, but I kind of feel like you won't let them bring you down, or you shouldn't let them bring you down, because you just have this like inner sense of compassion and balance. But yeah, there's definitely like healing and harmony needed in your career sector this month, but you should be able to do it if you just rely on your inner self and inner compass. You know, you might be able to even direct and guide other people who may be in need of help. Let's say your like classmates or your employees or your colleagues. I also always love to check the bottom of the pile and the top of the pile after I've picked the cards for the reading, because they tell me about like conscious and unconscious energies that may become visible otherwise. But so for this pile, for the top of the pile, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and for the bottom of the pile we have the Eight of Cups. So I mean, these cards also like speak of the same thing, which is like a new chapter starting in your life, new beginnings, and like moving away from the old, moving towards something more like emotionally appealing, I guess. When I look at these cards, I mean, now you can't see them that well, but we have a lot of water energy here. We have water here, here, here's water. Was there water anywhere else? No, I guess not, but there's just so many water cards or cups cards. I'm just feeling like it will be an emotional month for you. I'm sensing a lot of like big happy emotions, but a bit of like tougher emotions as well. But just getting this kind of like lovely light energy from this reading, despite all these kind of like big cards that you may have going on here. Like we have the Wheel of Fortune here and the Tower here, but the energy in those cards, it doesn't feel heavy at all to me. So I think that is a good sign. And lastly, I pulled an oracle card for a bit of advice and insight to close off this reading. And the card that I pulled for you is called Yoni, and it corresponds to the Empress. So this card is very nurturing and creative. So I feel like, as we talked about new beginnings here, like starting something new and moving away from the old, it may not happen during the month of March. It might be a longer process. Like the Empress tells me that it's time to nurture whatever it is that you want to achieve. And the time for the birth of this new, whatever it is that you want to create, it's a bit later during the year. Of course, for some of you it might happen during the month of March, but I feel like if it's not happening, if it doesn't feel close to you yet, the time cards for your life in general, love life, and your career slash school, business, your meaning in life, whatever that may mean to you. So the first three cards that I pulled represent your life, like energies that may be present during March. We have the Magician, Five of Swords, and Four of Pentacles. So again, it's funny, this reading kind of sounds quite similar to the other two piles, because we have the Magician here tells me that you are ready to start something new in your life. And this sounds so similar to the other piles as well. All of them, like, all of you had different cards, but there's some sort of like a card or a part of the reading that kind of resembles wanting to start something new in your life. So here it is again. So you are ready for whatever is coming in your life. Like, I feel like you are like the instigator, the one pushing for the action. But then we have Five of Swords here, so I feel like there is some opposition to this plan, and I feel like it might be internal. So if you may not be like, I think it seems that you're quite confident in what you want to do in your life next, but then at the inside there's some sort of like voice inside yourself that maybe tells you that you won't be able to make it. Like this voice that just wants to pick fights with you. For some of you this could be external, so maybe someone doesn't agree with your plans, or there's just bad energy all around this thing. Then we have the Four of Pentacles here, which in a positive sense is all about safety, but in a negative sense it is about stagnation. So I feel like, yeah, you are all excited and ready to start something new in your life, but it may not happen in March yet, at least. Maybe you are the one that is kind of slowing things down, or just life in general just slows things down for you, and things are not like moving as nicely as you would hope them to do. But also, it might not be a bad thing entirely, because like I said, there's also a sense of safety in this card. So let's say you want a new job, it may not happen yet, but I feel like maybe you still have your old one or something like that. Okay. The next cards that I pulled are for your love life, and yes, sadly we have the Three of Swords first here, Three of Cups and Queen of Cups. So like we have two cards for number 3 here, so I feel like it could be like a three's a crowd, third person involvement type of situation for some of you. There's the possibility that this refers to past pain, so it may not be currently happening, because number 3 is all about progress. So it may be that this happened earlier in your life, like maybe like recently, or like far away in your past, and you are still trying to move away from it. You're just dealing with the aftermath. Or maybe for some of you, if it resonates with you, this is like current pain that is currently happening in your life. So I feel like there could be like a third person that is causing trouble in your relationship. For some of you, however, I also get the sense that for some of you, if you've been heartbroken, you will find like joy and friendship in your life, and with the help of your friends you will be able to overcome this situation. like you will be your number one. Like, I don't know, I'm just like, there's a lot of rough energy at the start, but it will get better for you, definitely. Also, like, maybe for a few of you there could be like a love interest in your friend group, but maybe they haven't felt the same way, or you're worried that they don't feel the same way. But whatever it is, I just feel like it will turn out for the positive. Okay. And then the cards of your career sector. So we have the Chariot, Ace of Pentacles, and Four of Swords. So the Chariot to me has very similar energy as the Magician here. So he's a person that wants something to happen. There's a lot of like willpower in his actions. Like, he doesn't let anything stop him. So maybe this could mean hoping to get another job like you are, wanting it to happen. It could also mean like juggling 2 different jobs successfully. This Ace of Pentacles here, feels like a new money-making opportunity here, like maybe a new job offer, new way of earning wealth. So it could be like 2 jobs that you will be juggling in the month of March. But then we have the Four of Swords here. Again, it has a similar energy. We have the Four of Pence. So we have 2 fours here. And this is all about like rest, things not moving forward. So it could be that this opportunity may not lead anywhere in the end, or that is so extremely easy that it just feels like rest to you. I also checked the top of the card, the top of the pile and the bottom of the pile for some conscious and unconscious energies that may be present but not directly present in the reading. So we have the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm just getting a sense of entrepreneurship from these cards, like a sense of business, a sense of wanting to make money, maybe like having a solid idea, like an actual plan on how to build a business or something like that. So I feel like that is what could be happening for a lot of you in March. This is an interesting reading because we have like double numbers. We have like 3s here, we have 4s here, number 1, the Magician, and here in the Ace of Pentacles as well. Anything else? We do have like court cards, high court cards, like or do we? Oh well, we do have the Queen here at least, and we do have like major Arcana cards, the Chariot, the Magician. Oh yeah, we have the High Court card here as well, King of Swords. So all of that to me just tells me of new beginnings, progress, groups of people, but also like safety and stagnation. Like there's a lot of like power and will to move forward, but it may not happen during the month of March yet. You could be holding yourself back personally, or something external could be doing that. I also pulled an oracle card from this sigil oracle card deck. I was meant to pull 1 card, but you got 2 cards by accident. So said, that external situation is not ideal for the thing to move forward, and you should just enjoy, this time, this chance to rest. Okay. So, pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope that it resonated with you and that you got a lot of good advice from this reading. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Bye bye. So to close off this video, I just wanted to introduce the decks that I've used in this reading. So part number 1, we had the traditional Rider-Waite tarot cards. I like to keep them in this little pouch. For pile 2, we had the Herbcrafters Tarot. For pile 3, we had the Star Spinner Tarot. And as I showed you before, the marker cards for each of the decks come from this Yogic Path Oracle card deck. And the Oracle cards for the reading come from this Serpent Fire Sigil Oracle card deck. I'm thinking of ordering some new cards. I already checked out some nice decks. And I think I will be doing an unboxing video for each of them. So stay tuned for that, as well as for some new readings to come.